$1,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Dalton. Got a man open. It's Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's going to fire. That's caught inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of it.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Jones. That one, a first down pickup of 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Mike 51.
First down, Mariota. Over the middle, complete. That's Schaefer. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
3rd and long here for Mariota. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught at the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Motion. 3. 52. Charlie.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Mariota now. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Pick up the ball. Share. Patsy. Check 24. Check 24. One. Echo.
They'll throw again. Mariota. It's caught. Humphreys. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the change this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is what we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Dalton's pass complete to Green. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Bengals first down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They toss to Mixon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Pick it up, defense.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on.
And I love that.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Check A2. Check A2.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
You got to get that. 52's the mark, boy. 52. I'm not ready.
On third down, Mariota going for the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check three.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Steps away to his left. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Gets it to his running back, Bernard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 1.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. And able to find Green. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Now he's got it. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mariota. He gets it to Humphreys. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Motion, pop. Mike 52. One.
Again, it's Mariota. Pass incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea. For him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 48 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Jones looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mariota forced out to his left. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. To Mixon on the check down. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This will be Dalton again. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Dalton up, play action. He'll let this go for the end zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shift. 3. Bravo!
A 1st down throw for Mariota. Complete to Bryant. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, Jones. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Mariota. Geno Atkins in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Maybe a free play here for Mariota. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
3rd and long here for Mariota. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way, and boy, he can get hurt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Dalton bootlegs out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The quick slant caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Adam Humphries, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd and 9, Dalton airing one out for Boyd. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 48-yard line.
It's our time. It's our time.
On second and 11 now. Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. 22 yards there, a first down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Titans first down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he's got room. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
Know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there've got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Dalton sets up play action. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a third and 6. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll run it with Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he stopped immediately there. He was brought down by Michael Davis. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Mariota to throw it this time. It's caught. Humphries. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton. Finding Green complete. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Dalton going deep downfield for Rupp. And this is caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon taking it in as his guys are back within a single score. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't
there?
have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's what I do.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, Mariota. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Jones, and some room to work. Past the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that. I
think you're exactly right. And you know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Let's get it.
A give to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready? Move ready. 51. I got you. I got you.
And they try to sweep to Jones. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. It'll be a gain of 7, but still well short here with 4th and goal looming. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Suck up for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go,
at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.